We got rated. Hello. Hello, everyone. We are indeed rocking and rolling as we are here with the first out of the ball game. Bowser, star chance.
Faceman's showing, he's already ready to have fun right now. Yoshi's taking it himself from second base on that one.
And these two, that is the kind of thing, depending on the matchup you get, it's a serious and big matchup. But these players are certainly not opposed to having some fun with it either. Here's DK now following up Bowser, trying to set up a big-time Birdo egg in the top of the first here.
And I think this is the first time in the top 8 we've seen Bowser's Castle on the board. I think we've seen way too much jungle, a little bit of Mario Stadium, and
it's been a lot of jungle. That is certainly people have been hunting them home runs. But I was away for the last game, but home runs haven't really been the difference maker, at least in most of the games that I've seen today. I don't know how on the other side. I unfortunately have not been able to catch most of the stuff going on the sleepy side. But oh my goodness, it's a double play.
It's a double play. That again, such a great play. Madge does doing Madge things right now. But no, Balto, you're right. I don't think we've seen a single game in this top 8 that's gone over 10 runs. Like it's been 7-6, 9-3, 5-4, 6-0, like 7-1. These have all been, relatively low scoring. We're not seeing many second pitchers even been involved.
And the path to this point of Netplay Superstars, there's usually mercies along the way, and we are no strangers to seeing mercies in important parts of or late stages of tournaments. It's how the game goes. So for it to be kind of this type of mismatch, which would also mention too the kind of chalk of this tournament being the top seeds in the big positions. It's kind of interesting to see how it pan out. I mean, I would say an even NPSS right now.
An even NPSS, and right now we got your man here, Luigi, and because we're on Bowser's Castle, we're going to see that Luigi captain a lot more often and do a lot more work, so I think we may get to see the green fireball right here.
And like you and I were talking in the chat actually earlier about not seeing Luigi captain often, and there he is, and again, another Fire Bro now. Is this Fire... was Fire Bro in the last game?
No, it was Hammer Bro, because BigNick absolutely nuked it with him a couple times.
Fire Bro in 3 out of the 4 games that have been on stream tonight, which is absolutely wild to me. I mean, again, but these are the type of players that will hold down, these are the type of players that will focus on that type of stuff. And that ball's cracked. That's not going to leave, but it's going to be off the wall.
Off wall, 1-run scores, first and third, 1 out. Again, right there, just what you want, textbook. And definitely, as you're saying, these are, top 4 has been all NP6ers on that side. And I think that NP6 clan, they love their Fire Bro. I think that's got to be, probably their mascot at this point.
Fully optimal type of play styles. That's hells. You got to love that. That's right out of your playbook right there.
That is just the correct play right there. Great to see.
Ooh, and PM. He's got to make a play at that ball.
I'm wondering there, I know we've been talking about 3K a lot. I'm thinking 1K gets that too.
Yeah, there is going to be a world where I guess the question is second base more important than third base? And it's a tough question to answer in this game.
It's tough. I think
King Boo gets the spinning dive there. You'd think that you need jump catch to catch that one.
Yeah, you don't want that very often, but it works out. But yeah, I think the one big thing about the corners is having big bodies on it. And it's why Bowser's not a bad first corner baseman. It's why Madge is disgustingly good on the corners. I love me a 3K. And I love me a Madge too, but yeah.
You just feel, I don't know. I'm out of line here maybe, but like I'm pretty close to calling Madge a top 5 character in the game. Like
I think I've been playing a lot more ladder right now. Actually, the surprise I've been seeing is that, in most games I'm seeing Yoshi, like I draft Yoshi 5 on it. I think the top 4 is pretty solidified. But people are putting Birdo up higher, and typically Madge 6 is what I've been seeing a lot of. But I can see that push to Madge 5.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's really going to start coming down to player preference and things. I'm just such a big believer in the defense and the line drive star swing. Fair, no!
No, it's off that off like a
Replay, no, replay. I will say a clean replay. That is to the right of the painted line. That was a clear foul ball upon replay review.
Oh, I'm so glad that we have that because Lakitu was concerned about the replay. That we were 6 pitches past her before that replay even
The
showed
game
up.
moves fast in the Mushroom Kingdom. Which one's pink?
And
I don't know what that. Oh!
Nice hit, but again, good corner baseman. I do think that basically corner baseman, I think it's, Madge and Walu by far top 2. And I think after that, the debate is it KB or is it 3K, I think.
So you like Walu more than King Boo at third?
Oh, easily. He catches things. KB just feels like he just doesn't get things way too often.
Oh, wow, what a late bunt. But of course, Faceman, no stranger to those late inputs. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, gets the bunt there, but yeah, I think trying to do a little bit too much there with the steal and the bunt at the same time because he was clicking Y, isn't able to pull it back. Good pitching right there to not allow that bunt by BigNick.
2 stars here with Madge, 1 out. I'm burning. Rolling one up and burning right here. Toasty style.
I think it's the debate. Yeah, exactly. Toasty's the only one known for that.
Right, see?
But hey, you called it.
And that's a beauty right there. That's going to misses the star pad, sets up some trouble here with PD. A good PD is more impactful on the average stars off Mario baseball game than Bowser. Yes or no?
Yeah. I agree because you're walking Bowser so much more often.
Right.
So,
I don't know why. When will PD get the walk treatment?
He's not good enough for it. He just doesn't deserve it. Bowser doesn't go down 1-2 in this count.
Uh-oh.
But Bowser, we have a chance here. Could he get?
No.
Oh, I think he could have gone for the input for the wall jump, but now he's in a rundown.
But you got laser
Yeah,
maybe to
start
go,
seeing-
but it goes to third.
I don't hate this, but now we're in a bit of a pickle.
This is
Gonna
another
see the
pickle
shenanigans
party
start.
out at third. It ends up being an out. Huge right there. It is an RBI.
I think Nick, didn't go for the wall jump. I think he had a chance at that one. It would have been tough, but
What a perfect Luigi fireball right there. So deep. You're not, unless you have Chem and a rocket of an arm, you're not making that play.
huge scenario there going for this though, because now he's fully out of stars already. We're in the bottom of the second and there's no stars in that gauge. But really said I can do it with Fire Bro here. I'm wondering if we're going to see a single hittable pitch or if we're just going to say, hey, you have to throw to wall or you have to hit with Walu. Yeah.
You don't mind that, honestly. I mean, Walu, would you even consider a tech right here? Nope. Just going to be a nice slap. Birdo gobbled it up.
No, I don't consider it, but I think right there had it, And the thing is, if you got that on, now you got Wario with Chem, and things can get dangerous really quickly, but I don't hate the walk in that situation. It clearly worked out.
Quick out there. If you're BigNick, you got the time, but right now, you'd love to start getting something going with this part of the lineup here. Don't let yourself fall, too far behind as this game starts getting into the middle parts. And that's going to land, and a dive from Noki, a questionable one at best.
I think it was the right call because he's going to walk Bowser. Ooh, unless you get to third. Okay,
I was going to
no
say, are you sure? I don't know about that.
I was saying with second, I thought only second base, and I was like, okay, if you get to second base, who cares? You're walking anyways. But you're right. Now the slap or sack fly are going to score it. But I think, we're going to move the Yoshi. I think he's not moving Luigi, so I think this encourages you now.
Going for the charge here.
Just go to rip it. Yeah. Go for the rip.
Again, though, with this being hazardless stadiums, folks, the thwomps aren't going to be a factor here. And so those the corners are definitely home run territory. And it's perfect!
Hangs it up, it's perfect. It's up. And it's over. And we've got this. BigNick comes right back, takes it with DK. Doesn't matter where you put Yoshi on this one.
And that's the first time my wife has to shun me for us being in an apartment for a pop-off there, because that ball was crushed. And it's a brand new ball game here in the third, and exactly what the doctor ordered for BigNick, and a star.
He gets that one. I think this is the concern. Last game with Sam and BigNick was it kind of felt like Sam was just nickel and diming, and Nick couldn't get those big hits off. He couldn't get the dingers. This one, quickly now has made this. They said, hey, it's a tie game. I've now got the star advantage as well, and making faceman do something with it.
Yep, and I love. We were talking about the slap being the possibility, but I love the confidence in charging there. Star chance with Noki here with one out. Questionable thing. I brought this up with Ruckus and Hells. I think you're actually someone that could give some good insight into this, as King Boo is going to make the jump catch there. It seems like the top level players are opting to go for, in the middle of the ball game, innings 3 through 6, let's say, holding on to those stars, opting to just slap and keep 1 star in the bank instead of having 0 stars. It seems like that's the move more often than not.
Yeah, I've always been a person who spent a lot more. I always say my last star has to be willing to get me 2 runs. If my last star isn't getting me 2 runs, I'm not sending it. So sure, bases loaded with Noki there, 2 outs, then I'm sending it and going for it. But a 1-for-1 trade for a single isn't worth it, because if you don't hit that single, you are now sitting in a bad spot, and the other team can start walking people that they shouldn't be allowed to walk if you had stars.
Yeah, it's just interesting because it's just at this point, the game, the characters itself, it's really starting to now be how does each player build their own strengths. I think we're entering a time where, we just saw Peach, we got Peach on the mound. Now Peach throwing some charge pitches. It's going to be all of the top level players, they have the tools. Which tools do they use, when, and how effective are they with them? That is, that's kind of the game right now. And this, that's how you know that we're playing. You got a couple of people that like playing each other and a couple of buddies right there. Waluigi taking his time, having a little cup of tea over there at first base before getting them out.
But I think you called it right there. It's like, what tools do you have and what tools can you use? So we saw BigNick do it, and we've been seeing Seth do it actually more often in the recent MPSSs, is where they're drafting 2 pitchers and moving them around the field more to try and win that handedness battle. And then you got other people like and myself, who I really care about putting my defense lined up. I thought, I've got Yoshi most games, and I'm going to make you suffer for the fact that I have Yoshi, and trying to optimize that. I don't care about having a second pitcher. I just want to put Yoshi in the best spots.
Yeah, the second pitcher is a really interesting thing. It's very there's the depth, It keeps going deeper and deeper here. Petey, big spot, trying to get the right pitch here in the bottom of the 4th to get Faceman back ahead.
That looked beautiful. He's still that same pitch, but now it's up in the air, and I don't think Mario's got a chance at it, and we've got a new leader for this. Nope, I was going to say new leader for this game, but no, it is Faceman on this side, pulling back ahead. But again, great patience there. He's just sat there and he sold on that outside pitch.
Patience, discipline. Again, folks, if you're a new net player or someone that's interested about this game, the secret to being great is plate discipline and holding down with Fire Bro, apparently, but that one's going to go foul.
Yeah. You are the one who says it the most, Baltor, and you're right. It's not. You don't need to have the perfect tech. You don't need to have the perfect field decisions. I think that one of the biggest things you can get good at this game is just discipline there, to not be swinging at too many balls and swinging at good pitches. And net players have gotten good at it. They have gotten a lot better at it.
That's a pitch, though, you don't know what to do with, because it looks like a ball. It's certainly, you have an argument for it to be a ball. Weekly hit from Walu. 4 now.
Yeah, that's it. But again, I think the right call is to go for second base, but now you got the chem for Wario. And that, on this one, you want to send it down the lines. Wario has the power with 1 chem link.
And again, a nice blast with no thwomps.
I will say that is my biggest disappointment. I'm fine with getting rid of all hazards if you left thwomps. Thwomps, greatest of all hazards in this game.
Just bring them back. What are we doing hazardless for anyway? Bring them back.
Oh, now we're gonna be trying to go for the off.
Oh.
See, this is what I don't like, is everyone goes up and people start to try and overthink. So the one, for many of you who don't know, some pitchers have cursed ball, which means when they pitch it, basically ball doesn't go as far when you hit it. But
wow, and rebate right there.
Yeah.
Boo can get abused out there and left because, again, by the rules, you can't swap.
Yep, and that's the big thing, is he swapped to try and get that curse ball, and now you're stuck with Bones pitcher. and you do not have an optimal, and he's making him pay. Again, this is the point where some people overthink things, I believe. You know, said, I'm just going to pick in a new pitcher for one pitch, but didn't think, oh, now I'm stuck. So if Peach can get this single here, this will be massive.
Total huge momentum swing here. Peach is going to wait for her pitch, too. It's Bones pitching, and it's going to land perfectly. Madge has a star, and it's danger zone territory here for BigNick.
Yep, now you've got Madge, 1 star. Now you're selling, because now you think, now if you don't do that, you can take your curse ball to the bank against my star. one beats the other one. And it just keeps going.
Boo, of course, is going to score there. Yoshi is definitely going to go all the way around. And now Petey doesn't have the chem, but's got the firepower. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's gone anyways. 3 more runs. And right now, Faceman has run away with this. From 1 pitch decision, Faceman has said, oh, now you can switch him again if you want. But I just gained another 8 runs this inning.
Dude, that... I mean, this was a close ball game until when this inning started. And for it to flip, for Faceman to be Terminator Vision nailing, I mean, because again, you put some different pitchers in there and it can happen, but to throw a 9 spot up right there, my oh my.
We went from 0 to 9 runs off 1 pitch, and you know what this reminds me of right here, that decision? There is a Netplay Superstars 6. There was another decision by a pitcher.
Hey.
Where somebody decided to throw in Pink Menace in the finals against Baltimore 33, and that's why my casting brethren here has himself a Netplay championship.
Champs win no matter the situation. Seth says world's easiest comeback though, so.
I mean, it is a comeback.
But here's an interesting thing though. You know, this is the 5th. Bowser, okay, looking like probably gonna get plunked. It looks like. Not even gonna.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Great. Now you gotta think. Now.
Throw me the ball.
Do it again. Do it again. Swing here. Yeah.
That's pretty fun. Okay. And here's DK now. I mean, again, if you can do a little something here. Look at both of them. I mean, just the gamemanship between both of these. Noki, yes. Oh, that ball just hung up just enough in the air. And here's a Birdo egg that you really need. And yes, you're gonna get it.
Wow, it's down the line, but just over Madge's head. Also,
what
Madge,
a dive.
I would like to comment on the athleticism right there.
Sheesh.
Dive in the outfield, and also Madge just jumped for a ball and then somehow managed to make it all the way out to left field to play cutoff.
Man, what could have been a much bigger inning there for BigNick. He settles for 1, but 1 is better than none.
Right. You're sitting here right now. If you're Faceman, you just want 2 more runs, and you want to see the finals. You know, I think one of the bigger stories here was that we've got 2 out of the top 3 people don't have an Netplay championship yet. But Faceman is not that. So Faceman wants to say, hey, I want to leave it with the same amount of champions. I don't want this club extending.
Is Faceman a multi or 1 run or 1 time?
Just 1.
So Faceman looking to add a second. Do we have red jacket? Do we call it a red jacket? I guess we don't have that. We can't just steal from the Masters.
Yeah. I was gonna say also we need a fund to get these jackets involved.
I would love to have with the little Rio logo on it. Maybe I was gonna say green jackets for Luigi, but I think there might be a little trouble on that one.
Yeah. When the Masters comes and shuts down Slice on us, we're already fighting against Nintendo. So.
Oh, great jump catch there from King Boo. Remke asks, "Is this losers finals?" Yes, it is. Indeed, indubitably. Oh, Yoshi.
When he hits him. Yeah, I've been seeing that. Nick's been throwing those in, not been afraid to throw the inside pitches. And finally, we got Faceman leaning on it. But hey, this is a big one here. A good hit by Peach could end the tournament run for BigNick.
Lean on me when you're not strong. And Peach takes a ball. Let's see if she'll swing. She does.
I've got my lighter right now, just swaying back and forth in the wind.
Come on, King Boo. Hit a home run. We all need to root for Big Nick. I guess I don't know if we all need to, but I went with it. You know, something about Mario Baseball brings out the musician in me.
I mean, as the creator of the NNL National Anthem, I fully agree with this one. So.
And we got the Pink Menace here, cranking one foul. Right foul? I don't know. Noki was jumping there.
I'd say Noki was, you know, trying to make it a little bit competitive with the her Isle Delfino brethren. Oh, okay, I hate this. Okay,
you were what? A little lefty pop, you know?
I hate the slap. It just feels like, well, why are we drafting the character if we're slapping with him? If we're slapping with him, why don't we just like grab Daisy? Why don't we grab, you know, Toad? I think it's cowardly.
You also bunt. So.
Yeah. But I also bunt for singles.
Some would say bunting is cowardly. Because Mario's going to go down on strikes.
It's like, why are we slapping? What are we doing with our lives when we're slapping with PM?
Big spot here, though. If Bones can get on. And no! Yoshi's going to get there. Oh, because that was going to be a rebate, too. Free star swing.
Rebate into Bowser with bases loaded. Yoshi just does unfair things in this game, and just that momentum shift on that one. So now we got Big Bad Petey.
Trying to end the ball game and end Big Nick's tournament run. He will. Petey Piranha ends Big Nick's run. He has been a thorn in his side the entire game, and he ends it there. We were talking, we haven't seen a Mercy, and there is a Mercy. Unfortunate for Big Nick, but for Faceman, looking to repeat